Look around the room you're sitting in right now. The walls, the lights, the screen in your hands. It all feels normal, human, familiar. But what if every object around you is evidence of something extraordinary? What if humanity's greatest achievement is also the reason our evolution may have fundamentally changed? Most people imagine evolution as a constant force, a slow, unstoppable process shaping every generation. We picture our distant descendants becoming smarter, stronger, perhaps even more advanced than we are today. But what if that story is no longer true? What if humans are no longer evolving in the way nature intended? And what if the moment it happened changed the fate of our species forever? To understand this possibility, we need to travel backward, not hundreds of years, not thousands, but millions. Imagine standing in Africa 2 million years ago. The world is dangerous beyond anything most people experience today. Predators hide in tall grass. Food is uncertain. Disease spreads without warning. Every sunrise is a test. In that world, weakness carries a brutal cost. If you cannot run fast enough, you may not survive. If you cannot find food, you may not survive. If you cannot adapt, you may not survive. Nature is constantly making decisions. Every generation becomes a giant experiment. Some traits continue, others disappear. Evolution never sleeps. And for countless generations, it worked exactly this way. Our ancestors changed because they had to. Brains grew larger, bodies adapted, social behavior became more sophisticated, language emerged, tools appeared, fire transformed everything. Humanity was evolving at a remarkable pace. But then something strange happened. The very intelligence that evolution created began changing the rules of evolution itself. And this is where the story becomes strange. For nearly all life on Earth, survival depends on adapting to the environment. Humans eventually discovered another option. Instead of adapting ourselves to the environment, we began adapting the environment to ourselves. When winters became deadly, we built shelters. When predators threatened us, we created weapons. When food became scarce, we developed agriculture. Each solution reduced the pressure that had shaped our ancestors for millions of years. Nature had always been the examiner. Humanity slowly became the one writing the test. At first, the changes were small. Then civilization arrived. Cities emerged. Kingdoms rose. Knowledge accumulated. And with every generation, technology became a new layer between humans and natural selection. But that's not the strange part. The strange part is that many scientists once believed human evolution had effectively slowed to a crawl. The logic seemed simple. Modern medicine keeps people alive who might not have survived in earlier eras. Agriculture provides food far beyond what hunting could support. Social systems protect individuals from dangers that once eliminated entire populations. If natural selection is the engine of evolution, what happens when that engine loses power? For a time, some researchers thought the answer was obvious. Human evolution was ending. Case closed. But then scientists started examining the evidence more closely, and what they found surprised everyone. Genetic studies revealed that evolution had not stopped at all. In some ways, it may have accelerated. Genes related to disease resistance continued changing. Populations adapted to different diets. Some groups evolved the ability to digest milk into adulthood. Others developed adaptations to high-altitude environments where oxygen is scarce. Evolution was still happening. But it wasn't happening in the way people expected. The old image of evolution often involves dramatic physical transformation, a taller body, a stronger jaw, a larger brain. Modern evolution is frequently invisible. It happens quietly, hidden within DNA. A microscopic change today may reshape future generations centuries from now. And yet another question emerged. If evolution continues, why don't we notice it? The answer reveals something fascinating about human perception. A single human lifetime is incredibly short. Civilization feels ancient to us. But compared to evolutionary time, civilization appeared only moments ago. If Earth's entire history were compressed into a single year, modern civilization would emerge during the final seconds before midnight on December 31st. Everything humans have built, every empire, every language, every nation, occupies a tiny fraction of the evolutionary timeline. We're living inside a process so vast that our brains struggle to perceive it. But then scientists uncovered an even deeper mystery. Technology wasn't stopping evolution. Technology was becoming part of evolution. Think about that for a moment. For millions of years, biology was the primary tool of adaptation. Sharper eyesight, stronger muscles, faster reflexes. Today, adaptation increasingly comes through technology. We don't evolve wings to fly, we build airplanes. We don't evolve thicker fur for winter, we manufacture clothing. We don't develop natural night vision, we create artificial light. Again and again, humanity solves biological challenges with inventions. The result is unprecedented. No species in Earth's history has altered its environment on such a massive scale. No species has outsourced so many survival functions to external tools, and this raises a question nobody can answer with certainty. Where does human evolution go next? What happens when intelligence begins modifying the very mechanisms that created it? Scientists are already exploring gene editing technologies capable of altering DNA itself. Artificial intelligence is changing how humans think, learn, and work. Medical advances continue extending lifespans. The boundary between biological evolution and technological evolution is becoming increasingly blurred. For most of history, evolution happened to us. In the future, evolution may become something we actively shape, and that possibility introduces risks unlike anything our ancestors ever faced. Every evolutionary change throughout history was filtered by countless generations of trial and error. Future changes could happen intentionally, rapidly, globally. For the first time, a species may gain the ability to influence its own evolutionary trajectory, and nobody knows exactly what comes next. Perhaps future humans will be healthier than ever before. Perhaps technology will merge so deeply with biology that the distinction disappears. Or perhaps evolution will continue quietly beneath the surface, just as it always has, ignoring our assumptions and following pathways we cannot yet imagine. But the most surprising realization may be this: the question was never whether humanity stopped evolving. The question was whether evolution itself has evolved. Because evolution is not simply about stronger bodies or bigger brains. It is about adaptation. And humans have become the most adaptable species Earth has ever produced. We changed landscapes, redirected rivers, crossed oceans, walked on the moon, and connected billions of minds through invisible networks spanning the planet. Those achievements are not separate from evolution's story. They are part of it. The same process that once helped a frightened ancestor survive on an African plain eventually led to satellites orbiting above the Earth. And tonight, as you sit surrounded by technology, it's easy to feel disconnected from that ancient journey. But every thought in your mind, every instinct you carry, every fear, dream, and curiosity was shaped by countless generations, stretching back through unimaginable time. The strangest part is that you are not standing at the end of that story, you are standing in the middle of it. The future of human evolution has not been written, and somewhere, perhaps centuries from now, descendants you'll never meet may look back at our era as the moment everything changed. The moment evolution stopped looking like nature alone and started looking like humanity itself.